So I'm going to show you how this machine works. We're going to just run a little bit of material real quick. Make sure, you know, it's flowing properly. Make sure that the angle's good. Make sure the dirt's going through good. And show you how this little Gold Buddy mini high bagger works. I'm going to go ahead and run a little bit of dirt here. You don't want to run it too fast. You just kind of scoop it up in there. Like so. And you just let it come through. Come on over here. As you can see, the material coming down there. It's getting stuck in the carpets down in there. And, you know, it looks pretty good. I might adjust it down a little bit, but we're going to do a couple more tests here and see how good this thing's running. And then we'll let my wife take over and she'll run this whole bucket. And we'll see if we got any gold in there. We'll keep your eye on this thing. You want to make sure that it's flowing good. It looks like it's flowing good. It looks level. This is a great little machine. This little Gold Buddy mini high bagger. We got our pump out of the way. Make sure your pump's out of the way because this here is going to fill up with dirt. You don't want to get dirt all up in your pump and everything. So yeah, it looks like it's working pretty good there. Looks like we got it set up just right. Go ahead and run some more material. We're over there. Took us probably about 45 minutes. Classify about a bucket of dirt. We classified it down to about a quarter. So, you know, you don't want too big rocks. It does have a little grizzly bar on here for big rocks. You could actually shovel into this thing if you want, but then you'll get a lot of big rocks down in here and, you know, start to block up the flow and whatnot. And I like to classify it down first. Makes it a lot easier. Runs through the machine a lot smoother. And, you know, no chance of losing your gold. Yeah, looking pretty good there. Yeah, that's a pretty good machine. Pretty good machine here. Looks like it's running pretty good. Hopefully, if we're lucky, big pieces of gold will get stuck back down in here, up in the front. Up in here. If you start seeing gold down in here, whatever, your angle's a little bit off, and you might want to raise it up a little bit. You don't want your gold blowing out the end here, and then you got to rerun it all again. We're just going to sit back. We're going to run this bucket. So just sit back and enjoy the show. And hopefully at the end of this we'll find some gold in here. Last time we did this, Wednesday we came up here, and last time we ran that spot, we found about 6 or 7 big old pickers out of there that we could pick out with our own fingers. So we're in the same spot again. Hopefully we'll find some more of that gold in there. Alright, we're about halfway through this bucket here. We haven't got all the way through. I got a little excited there when I just happened to be looking in there while it was running. And if you look down in this little sucker right here, you will see a nice little nugget sitting right there. right on the edge of this riffle right there. Just came right out. I'm going to pick that one out and see how big that thing is. Oh yeah, look at that. That is nice. Here, hold this camera.
Wait.
Turn it.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty. Okay, I got it out there. Look at that little nugget. Zoom in on that thing. Look at that little nugget. Just popped right up out of there. So we're on the gold. We're finding gold out here in fantastic claim, and you know, it's about our not even halfway through the bucket, and they're already finding little nuggets like this. So stay tuned. Alright, so now we finished this bucket. Nice and clean. No more dirt in there. We processed everything through this little Gold Buddy mini high banker, and we're going to go ahead and do a clean out on it, see what kind of gold we found, if any at all. After I was done, I let it run for just a little bit, so you know, get rid of some of the unnecessary dirt. You find honey holes, and you'll find nuggets up in here, but this time doesn't look like there's any nuggets staring at me. I don't really have a good lot of light today, so you know, it's not showing. Go ahead and zoom in here. It's a little harder to see if there's any gold in here without the sunlight, but no, I'm confident there's some gold in here. A lot of fine flakes probably. I don't see anything really sticking out at me right now. Oh wait, right there. Look at that. Right there. Zoom in on that spot right there. There's a little tiny piece right there. You can see it. See where my finger's at? I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but there's a little piece of gold right there. Sitting right there in these riffles. If you got this thing properly adjusted, most of your gold will end up, your big stuff will end up right here. You don't want any gold to come down to the bottom, then you don't really have it adjusted properly. But yeah, how's that thing zoom? Is it zooming in?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not very big, but you know what? Every piece is a keeper. And you know, we can always run that through a blue bowl or a gold cube later on. It's too small to get right now. But alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a clean out on this thing. Show you a proper way of cleaning this thing out. First thing you want to do is take the hose off. Now we know we got gold in there, so feel a little confident that we're going to find a lot more. It's going to be a lot of flour gold, a lot of little tiny little flakes, but it all adds up. Go ahead and whoever built this didn't really think. This thing here will fall on your head if you're not too careful. So you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to build some kind of hook or get a bungee cord or something so to keep this thing from falling on my head. But for right now, I just kind of slide these right up in there tight so it'll stay. So, you know, hey, if you're watching this and you're the maker of the Gold Buddy mini high banker, how about finding a way to keep the lid up so it doesn't fall on our heads? And you know, alright, so after that, you know, you want to take your little bucket here, put it underneath the end here. You don't want none of that gold to get away on you. And we'll go ahead and take this pump, make sure it's down in the water, and go ahead and turn that pump on. We'll go ahead and we'll leave it running this time. Alright, let me help you open that up. Okay. Squirt my dog. Better get out of the way. Water's coming. He likes the water. Alright. Got a dirty flow, but it's alright. So what I'll do is come over here. I'll show you. Just go ahead and run that water, run that dirt. Try and get some of that dirt off the riffles here. spray as much as we can. Watch out for that pump. Alright, once you get that there, you can go ahead and look and see if there's any more nuggets in there. I'm not seeing any nuggets. Boo-hoo. Alright, there's 2 screws on here, 2 little wing nuts actually, 2 little nuts. And you pull these wing nuts off. One of them's designed for the top, and the other one's designed down here for the middle. Go ahead and we'll take this riffle off of here. There still might be some gold on this riffle, so you know, just take it off, put it down in the water there, and spray it off pretty good. Get it nice and clean. Alright, set that off to the side for now. We'll go ahead and spray some more water up in here. Get some more dirt out of there. Some of that big stuff. Spray it down. Once you get that done, go ahead and pull out this other screen. You know, put that down in the bucket and rinse it off. Make sure there's no gold stuck to that. Still looking for my nuggets. I don't see any nuggets yet. I'll set that off to the side. Then you just take, once again, take your pump, spray some of that dirt off down in there in the bucket. Don't worry, gold's heavy. It's not going anywhere. Down in there. Once you've done that, you pull out the last step, pull out this carpet. Careful with that, that's where all your fine stuff is going to be, so we'll just set that bucket right down into, or that carpet down in the bucket, and we'll go ahead and spray. That piece of gold right there. Yes it is. Yeah, a little piece of gold right here. Tiny, tiny little flake. So, you know, you want to spray this out too. Gold gets down in here, clean it out nicely. Get that gold out of there. Yeah, there we go. Alright, once you're done with that, go ahead and turn the pump off. No need to waste our batteries. There we go. And then you just take the carpet, make sure it's in your bucket here, and go ahead and flip it around to where the carpet side is facing in the water, and you just rinse it back and forth like so. You know, squeeze it, you can roll it, whatever. You get all that good stuff down in your bucket. Alrighty. Alright, once you've done that, you know, carpet's pretty clean. There could still be some gold stuck up in here, but one day I'll burn this carpet and, you know, get all the little fine stuff that got stuck up in there for over the years. We're going to go ahead and put this back. I got the 2 holes lined up so you know how this goes back in there. So I'm going to go ahead and take the screen next. Take the screen here. Sure it's in there right. Little riffles going this way. It'll line up for you, so you'll know you got it in there right. If it doesn't line up, then you don't have it right. And then you take the 2 wing nuts. The flat one goes up here in the front. Tighten it down pretty good. And now you want to go ahead and take your riffles. Okay, now that you've got your riffles here, now on a sluice or a high banker, you want to make sure your riffles are facing this direction, going down. That way, if your gold, if it comes up here, the water flow, it'll drop right out and your gold will get stuck behind these riffles. Now if you're on a dry washer, it's different. Dry washer, the riffles will go this way and it'll catch all your dirt behind these riffles here. So make sure when you're putting this back together. You put it back together right, or you could be blowing out your gold, and you don't want to be doing it. And then we'll just put the yellow wing nut on there. Tighten it down. Everything's clean, everything looks good. Go ahead, take our grizzly area here, and put it back in the holes. One on each side. And then after you do that, you take your pump. Take your pump here and just tighten it back down. It's real simple. Make sure you tighten it down good, or you'll start spraying yourself in the face. Unless it's really, really hot outside, you might like that. But today it's nice and cool, so I don't feel like getting sprayed in the face. Alright, and that's it. That's a simple cleanup. Doesn't take that long. Only took me, what, 2-3 minutes. Clean it out. What's left over is your concentrates. Not a lot of material. That's pretty much it. That's all you're left with, and that's where all your gold is. So follow me, and we're gonna go pan this down next, and we're gonna see what kind of gold's in this thing. Hopefully there's a lot of fine flakes in here, and enough to show you. All right.